Cookout?
Football cookout.
Yeah. We're not going to the game. We're just going to our friend's house, have a couple beers, and we're probably even going to watch the game.
Yeah, gonna cook some burgers and stuff. The wives are gonna talk in the back.
Facts, and you gotta wear the yacht shoes.
There's a bowl of chips on the table right in the center.
Doritos and fucking wavy with Lay's.
Yeah. Nacho cheese Doritos because you don't like the hot ones.
No, they mess up my ulcers.
They give you heartburn.
They hurt my ulcers.
And you didn't bring any Tums.
Guaranteed that whole thing's going in this video. Alright, what's up guys? We're back again, and today we are going to do a review on the SX Mini pod system. They're actually pretty legit.
The SX Mini MI class, if you want to
be exact.
But it's the SX version of a pod system. It's got the SX, the Yeehee SX290 chip in it. I've had it for about a week now.
I had mine for a while. When I first got mine a while back is when they first came out, and for the longest time I couldn't get no pods for it. So I used it for as long as I could. I think I got close to 300 hits out of my pod before it was completely just destroyed. It's got a 4.2 volt battery, 10-second, what do you call it, safety function. If you're holding the button more than 10 seconds, it automatically just quits, which is cool for people who put it in their pocket and don't lock it. For some reason, people just don't lock it. If
you're gonna put it in your pocket, make sure you lock it.
Facts. Remember that. 1.0 ohm pod. So it is a good hitting pod. It's a 1.5 milliliter cartridge in it. The low end of your battery is going to be 7.5 watts. The high end of your battery, when it's first charged, will be a 12 watts. It's got a 0.69 inch LED screen on it, 400 milliamp battery, and it takes an hour and a half to charge, they say. They also say that you will be able to charge it 300 times and it will still hold a perfect charge. Now, I don't know if that means after those 300, if you're going to run into a bit of an issue, if the battery life's going to wear down.
I honestly think it's more of just what they're guaranteeing.
Yeah, they're going to guarantee up to 300 charges of no issues. After that, I'm sure it's still going to work fine for a very long time. SX does not mess around when they're making their stuff, and they're all high quality vapes.
Yeah, I had the SX Mini G class, and I absolutely love it. So I had to pick up the SX Mini MI class, as it's called.
And if you guys know anything about SXs, all their MI classes match their other vapes. So there's like the golden black, which is the one I got, the black on black, there is the blue on silver, and ain't there one other one?
Yeah, the gunmetal.
Yeah, the gunmetal color. So they all, you can, if you already have an SX, you can match up with it and just be the straight SX team.
Yeah. Which is what I did.
For the way it hits is a straight mouth to lung hit. You do not want to buy this if you don't like that. Airflow is really little on it,
which personally I like.
I would say I'm not a big fan of mouth to lung hits. He is.
I had the Smock SLM, and I really liked the restricted airflow on it. I don't know what was about it. Just was easier to deal with, I felt like. But that obviously took a shit on me, so I was really happy that the SX was very similar, because a lot of these new pod systems are very airy, and sometimes you just get too big of a hit off of it and it's just obnoxious.
Yeah.
So it's real nice if you want to just take a small hit, you know what I mean? Easier to control that way for me personally.
The flavor in them is amazing, by the way. It's I think it'd be a really good vape for discreet vaping. Like, I'm not gonna say if you're somewhere you shouldn't be vaping, you shouldn't vape, but if you do vape, this would probably be one that'd get you away with it. If you're in work and you're not supposed to vape at your desk, sometimes 2 breaks a day ain't enough to get it by. This will do that. This is it's a good vape. The flavor's good. It's a top fill. The mouthpiece unscrews. You fill it. It slides in the way, you can only put it in one way. There's a groove right here on the back, and we'll do a close up and I'll show you. It just slides right down into there.
Yeah.
Genuinely, it's really good. It has a top cap you can put over so you don't get some shit in your drip tip and then suck it into your mouth, because that's gross.
Did you talk about the battery life?
Yeah, talked about the battery life. It stays charged pretty good. The thing I ran into the problem with is when I first got it, I really like hit counters on vapes when they're new, because I like to know how many hits I'm going to get per pod so I can kind of realize if it's worth it. And this one, I was hitting it, and I think I got to around 160, and my battery died, and when I charged it, my hit count restarted. So I wasn't 100% happy about that part, but like I said, I think I got around 350 hits off my pod before it was completely trashed. But at the same time, I don't do a lot of mouth-to-lung hits, so I was hitting this thing way harder than it needed to be hit. And I mean, I was trying to just drag off of it, and that's not what it's made for. All around, it's really light. You know, it feels like it's made really good. Charger on the bottom. There's a light on the bottom that goes with the charger. It's going to indicate, you know, your battery life. Battery does show on the display screen, and it does have a really nice engraving throughout the piece.
Which, obviously, we can show a little better look at in the close-up. But yeah, my initial impression is I really like it. Probably within the top pod systems that I've owned so far. And I've had a Lost Vape Orion with the DNA chip in it. I have I have the Soren Edge, the IPV Aspect. So a lot of the new pod systems. I mean, I've used a Novo, Infinix, I've messed with the Nords, and honestly, out of all of them, this SX is probably top 3, right next to the Soren Edge, and just the Soren Edge because you can change the battery in it.
I'm gonna put the SX Mini in my top 3 just on the fact that it is an SX. It's got Yeeheat chip in it. The reason I can't say it's my number 1 is because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of mouth to lungs. They usually make me cough like I don't know what I'm doing, and yeah. But this one, I can hit it. You know, I gotta remember that it's a mouth to lung. Flavor's amazing. There really ain't a lot I can say I dislike about it, except the fact that my puff counter reset itself. I didn't like that, but that was more due to me trying to be informative to people, and it kind of messed it up. You know, it kind of frustrated me, but yeah, all around, it's a good vape. We will do a close-up, let you see it, and
do an unboxing.
Yeah.
Even though it's been unboxed.
But we'll show you what it's like to get unboxed. You know, we'll show you what the inside looks like. All around, it's really nice, simple. 3 clicks puts it into lock. 5 clicks is to brighten your screen if you need your screen brighter. Yeah, that's about it for it. It's all around it's a nice pod system, and the fact that SX made it and it's affordable. That's what I like. It is just about as much as a Nord. A little bit more, but you're paying for that Yeeheat chip, you know, and the SX name, obviously.
Yeah, so I think, will they run about, I don't know. I think they're cheaper than the Lost Vape
Way
Orions.
cheaper. I think it's cheaper. It's about as much as the Lost Vape Orion Q.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, you know, the Orion Q, you're not getting the chip in it. But in this, you're going to pay the same and get a really good chipset. So
if you're looking for something with a decent chipset, and you're not looking to spend the money on the Lost Vape Orion, but you really don't want to go with the Orion Q, definitely the SX is where it's at. It's that nice happy medium, you know what I mean, price to quality. So the pods are super easy to use. It comes with a nice little cap to keep stuff out of them.
There's nothing difficult about, like, if you don't know nothing about vapes or how to work vapes, this would probably be a really good entry point. If you want a pod system, you're not into the whole let's blow the biggest cloud in the world, and you're really trying to quit smoking, this is a good one for it right here. It ain't gonna cost you a whole bunch to buy it. It ain't gonna be anything hard to maintain. It's simple. I haven't had mine leak at all. I haven't noticed his leaking, so there ain't much maintenance on it. Just charge it, make sure there's juice in it, and hit it. And we'll do a close up real quick, let you guys see it, let you see what it looks like on the box. And don't forget, you know, if you want one, we got them at Coloma DVD, Hartford Up in Smoke. They have the SX Mini sign on it. What it comes with on the back, it's a M1 class device, warranty card, USB cable, and a user manual, which the user manual's got language for anything you could think of because that's a thick book. Comes just like this. Pop it out. And all your warranty cards gonna be in the bottom. Charging cable. How to use the pod and fill it. And then the actual instruction books, which is the thickest thing I've seen in a long time for an instruction manual. Pet peeve of mine, it does not come with a pod. Okay, so depending on where you get this thing, you might have to pay for the pod separate. If you come to us, we include the pod with the price. But if you order it offline, plan on ordering a pod because you will get this thing with nothing. And to me, that makes me frustrated. You know, if somebody's putting out a vape, they should at least put the pod out with it. But yeah, guys, that's that. And oh, hang on. There's the groove that I was telling you about. And there's the groove in the back of it. Slides right down in there. Fill it by taking this top cap off. And that's how you fill it. Simple. Airflow's on the bottom of the pod. So you know when you go to prime it, just cover up that bottom. And they even engrave their name into the pod. All around, I think it's a really nice vape. I'm happy with it.
Give her a rip.
Give her a rip. Facts. Tastes like Pink Punch lemonade. Yeah. But thanks, guys. Hit us with a like, follow, hit the notification bell, wherever this goes again. Probably YouTube, on Facebook. Follow us, like us, hit us up. We're located in Coloma, Michigan. And in Hartford, Michigan.